All right, traders, a very warm welcome to you all. So today we present to you TFA Talks. This is a brand new segment, which is a podcast that we are just starting. So in this podcast, every single day at 9 p.m. on our YouTube channel, we'll be presenting to you the market outlook for the coming days and as well as the pressing matters that concern our markets or economy as a whole. So we'll be bringing in new guests every single day and talking amongst us each other to have a good understanding of what's going on. So today we have Himalay Bhatia and myself, Devang Mehra. We are the co-founders of The Financial Analyst. So Himalay, how's everything at your hand? Can you hear me?
Everything is wonderful. You're quite audible.
Right,
And,
right,
I think this is an interesting segment that people will be really enjoying and looking forward to.
right.
And what I think is, Devang, we shouldn't waste too much time and we should directly jump into what we have for tomorrow and what is happening today. So,
Okay.
Devang, why don't you give us an outlook on Nifty as to what has happened today?
Perfect, perfect. So I just want to give you a background of what's been happening in Nifty since the COVID times. So if you can see my screen, Nifty has been following this trend line for a very long time, which started from around 23rd of
Absolutely.
March all the way to 31st of August. On the 1st September, this trend line was broken. We saw a very good sell-off on the 31st of August. So all up to this date, we were in a buy on dip market structure. And as soon as this trend line was broken, the markets have become a little weak. They are trying to consolidate, and it's a distribution phase, if I can put it that way. So, what happened today? Actually, what's been happening in the last couple of sessions is quite amazing. So, let me just plot my 200 period moving average. Around 16th of
Okay.
around 16th of September, we had a good top of the market around 11,600 levels. And when this crash had started, along with the global markets, we took a halt around the 200 moving average. And again, we have made a V-shaped recovery. So in this market structure, it's very difficult to trade because there is no market direction per se. So today also the same thing has been happening, which we are witnessing for the past couple of sessions. So every single day we are getting a very significant gap up. So which you have been witnessing as well. So on 30th of,
Absolutely. So,
yeah.
Devang, if we even look at the past 3-4 trading sessions, the market has been very interesting. It's giving a gap up and it's only moving a sideways. So, do you think that this will be the same scenario looking forward?
Right. So let me just put it this way. On the 29th of September, we had a slight gap up. So it's a rule of the market. So whenever you have a big gap up or a small big gap down, you get a sideways market because all the profits are lost overnight. So we had a gap up on the 20th September and we saw a completely sideways market. After that, on the 1st of October, we again had a very big gap up, which led to a very sideways market. The same was the case today. We had a volatile trade today, and that is because there was a very big gap up around 11,500. So we didn't get a lot of upside from there, but it was a very good volatile sideways session. So moving forward, markets have to decide where they want to go. And if they want to go higher, it is very important that it has to fill these gaps first and then move higher. I think that is a must that we should do in the coming sessions, because to cement a move towards 12,000 levels, this is must, building a foundation going forward, right?
Absolutely, I certainly agree with you. And do you have any levels maybe on the day charts? I think you've moved
Yeah.
to the day chart. So, do you have any
So
levels for Nifty?
right. So right now we are at a very important juncture which I want to discuss, and this is the outlook that I want to give for tomorrow as well. So Nifty has been following this resistance trend line from 31st of August, all the way to 16th of September, and again today we have halted, plus minus couple of odd points around these levels. So we are getting a good
Absolutely.
resistance here. Going forward, it's important where we open. So as I said, we will try to fill these gaps because never a single, it's a very good power move all the way from 10,800 to the resistance of 11,600. So power move into resistance will not sustain. It's very difficult to break out towards the 11,800 level without, building up here, etc. So tomorrow, I feel 11,600 is going to be a very, very powerful level. To be exact, the level comes to 11,584, which is the high that is set on the 18th of September. And even today, we made a high of 11,578. So just around those levels. So it will be very difficult for the market to cross this level in one go. That's basically what I
Absolutely.
think going forward. So tomorrow,
Perfect.
just to,
So,
yeah,
do
tell
you
me.
so do you think that this upward movement that has been there for the past couple of trading sessions, is it just a reaction to the downward movement? So if you see the 11,200 levels, which is one of the key level on Nifty,
Yeah,
it was broken in one go itself,
yeah,
and we directly saw move to 10,800. And do
right.
you think that this is a exact reaction of it, or do you now see that there might be an uptrend starting from here?
Right. So personally, whenever we get a very big downfall, this is why we can't, do a sell off or a, increase in the price in one go. Whenever we have a big downfall, so from 11,600 all the way to 10,800, it was an 800 point downfall. So what I was personally expecting was some kind of pullback so I can go short again. But personally and frankly, I was not expecting a V-shaped recovery, but it has happened and we have to move on from that. Going forward, going forward, as I said, the market still isn't clear what it has to do. So tomorrow, if 11,584, or I would say around 11,600 level is broken, so if you get a good 15-minute closing above these levels, then it can cement a move all the way to 11,780 levels also. It is a possibility. And we don't have to predict the market, we have to play by our levels. So I would say that is a very good possibility. But personally, I think we should see some kind of correction. So if I show you the internals of Nifty, the levels will become quite clear. So 11,000, it's a 15-minute chart of Nifty. So 11,460 is a very good level to play by tomorrow, because below that we have a gap filling to do, which can lead to a movement to 11,420. This I feel is a very, very important level. It's been held for the past couple of weeks also. So
Yes.
11,420 is a good support area. So if you are correcting, this is one area where you want to book your profits or book, exit positions. At the same time, if you are breaking 11,360 level also, then it is very highly possible you get a level of 11,300 followed by 11,200. But I think this is an area where we should stop right now, and later if we fall down to these levels, we can expect what can happen in the future. But playing for tomorrow and the next couple of sessions on the downside, I think these are the important levels that we have to play by. On the upside, only 11,584. That's the last level we have. Above that, we get a very big movement to 11,780. So that's what I think about Nifty going forward.
Perfect. And I think these are really key levels that you have plotted on charts. So just to summarize it up, I think 11,600 is one,
Yeah,
11,500 is one, 11,300 is one, and 11,200 are the key levels on Nifty.
perfect.
All right. That
So,
is something which is interesting.
yeah, so I have done the analysis of Nifty, and I would be very keen on listening. Can you share your screen? I would like to see what you want to talk about Bank Nifty.
Absolutely. But Devang, I just changed my mind a little.
Yeah,
And I was just thinking that why don't we talk about Reliance, which is one of
sure.
the stocks, the key stocks in Nifty, right? So I think since we are on the topic of Nifty, I think it will be much more easy to correlate with Reliance.
Right. So,
All right.
do you want to take over,
So
talk about Reliance? Because I think you are very harmonious with the stock.
absolutely. So I'll just share my screen. All right.
Please.
And
Yeah,
all right. So
I
here
can
are
see
my
your screen.
levels on Reliance.
Okay.
Now, Reliance, is a very interesting stock, and it is currently at a very crucial level of at around. I'll just pick the number level, which is 2,200, right?
Yeah.
Reliance is unable to break this level, and it is also quite respecting this trend line over here very well. And tomorrow it is a very crucial day for Reliance. Now, why do I say tomorrow is a crucial day for Reliance? Is because Reliance did not participate in today's market,
Yeah.
and in the past few days, we also have been hearing about a lot of news in this or positive developments in this company, right?
Right.
Many companies like Mubadala Investments or GIC, etc.,
Yeah.
are quite keen on investing in the Reliance retail part. And I think this could be something which is very favorable to this company. And tomorrow, if it breaks the trend line, the upside trend line, which is again acting over here very well. Now, though it is creating a lower high, lower low sort of a formation, I do agree with that. But if it breaks the 2260 levels or 2270 levels to be on the conservative side, then I think we can see a good upside till your 2300 levels,
Right.
and your second target can be around 2350 levels.
Yeah,
But
these are
if
possible.
right, and if your 2200, which is I think one of a very strong level for Reliance, if that breaks, then I think we can easily see a downside to maybe a 2080 rupees. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, my levels are almost the same. I think to 2200 round number is important, but also below that there's a 2180 level, which I believe was the high that was made in July end. So even the 2180 and 2200 are very important levels. So if they are held, then we are good to go. We can continue the upside because Reliance has about 15-16% weight in Nifty. So if Reliance goes up, Nifty goes up. Reliance goes down, Nifty goes down. The correlation remains
Absolutely.
the same. So if these levels are very important to play with. Obviously, they are very good buys at these levels. You can have a very tight stop loss, but if they are broken, as you said, 2080 and even 2000 is possible. Right,
Absolutely. And one more interesting thing over here is that the RSI is also at a very crucial level.
right.
The
50.
52 levels on RSI, 52 levels over here for Reliance, is a very crucial level on the day charts for Reliance. And it often tends to act as a support. You can see in the history as well.
Yes.
This has acted as a good support, and before that, it was acting as a resistance level. So tomorrow is a very, very, very crucial day for Reliance. It has to participate in the market. I don't think that there will be a sideways movement tomorrow. The levels have been given to you all. I think you should abide by these levels.
Yeah,
So
whichever
that
way
is
the
my
market
take.
goes, I think Reliance will be the reason for the market to head that direction. Right.
Absolutely.
So, what are your views about Bank Nifty? Because we have been getting this Supreme Court verdict. It's been adjourned for, I think, the last 2-3 sessions now. So, what are your views about the affidavit filed? Where can you see Bank Nifty going forward?
All right. So see, Bank Nifty is at a very interesting level for me. All right. Now, why do I say that Bank Nifty is at a very interesting level for me? Is because for the past couple of trading sessions, we have been seeing short covering in Bank Nifty, right? And today we saw that Bank Nifty had reached around 22,800 levels. It reached a high of 22,800 levels, and then there was an immediate selling pressure in Bank Nifty.
Yeah.
So what can I see on the day chart? Now I can see a potential head and shoulder pattern. So I'll just draw it out quickly. The head and shoulder pattern over here. All right. So this is my left shoulder, my head, and then comes my right shoulder. All right. This can possibly complete my head and shoulder pattern. And if it breaks the 2100 round number level, and I think Devang, even you would agree on this, that 21,000 levels, it is one of a key level of Bank Nifty.
Right.
If this breaks, then we can see a first target, of maybe 1900 levels. Before, and if it does not break this level, if we see an upside over here, if it does not end up creating a head and shoulder pattern, then you can, maybe look for a target of 23,000 or 23,100 levels, right? We
Yeah.
generally stick to the round number levels, right?
Yeah.
However, I think if you look at the exact numbers, then I will go for 23,150 to be precise. But
Yeah.
the interesting part in Bank Nifty, the government had stated on Friday that they are willing to give an interest waiver up to rupees 2 crore loan. So, what do you think on that?
Right. So the
What?
affidavit has been filed, but I would actually like to wait for the verdict. I think that is believed to come out on October 13th. So the Supreme Court has given time for any more affidavits to be filed. But I think now October 13th is a crucial date for the markets to decide where they have to go. So see, you have to understand what's happening right now. So I think in this entire week, we have only one domestic data, which is the PMI service data that has to be out. Other than that, we were actually depending on today's verdict, and that has not exactly come out. So when you don't have any important news in the market, you will be following the global cues. And in the current scenario, the global cues are basically what is the status of the Trump's health basically.
Absolutely.
So I think Trump is supposed to return to White House today, and he has been doing well. So if that is the case, then markets are going to look at it positively. We can see more upside in Nifty. Also, I think there are news regarding the 2.2 trillion US stimulus package. So if that is also, being announced soon, so that will be a very good boost for the global markets. So we have to keep those points in consideration. So till we don't have any domestic events, the international events will be dictating where we have to go.
Absolutely, I do agree with you on that. But I have sort of spotted a key point in this Bank Nifty. Now, my view to this is that despite the government agreeing to the waiver on waiver, interest on interest waiver, right? Still, there wasn't any verdict today. Now, this I see as a big negative in the market. And why is that? Is because it is clearly indicating that the RBI and the Supreme Court is clearly indicating that the banks are not prepared for such sort of a situation.
Yeah.
They are not ready to take the additional pressure that they will be facing from this interest on interest waiver, and that is why I think they are just currently pushing it a little. And I think it is always right to say that we should patiently wait. The levels are very clear to you all. I think 22,400 level, it's a quite a crucial level over here. It is at its
Yeah.
resistance level, and if it breaks this level, the precise level will be 23,150 levels, and on the downside you can come up to 21,000.
Okay, perfect. So, without further ado, I would say let's move on to the stocks that have been in focus and that we can
Absolutely.
trade for tomorrow. So, so you've already talked about Reliance. Would you also like to talk about TCS and Escorts going forward? Because I think they are important stocks at good junctures which we can trade.
Absolutely. So I think Escorts also has quite a similar setup. All right. So let's move to Escorts now.
Yeah.
Escorts is at a very crucial support level. Now, if you had seen that it had given a breakout earlier on the 25th of September, gone up respecting this trend line over here, right? Taken a
Yeah.
resistance over here, and from there it again started correcting. Now,
Perfect.
1,220 levels is a key level for Escorts. All right. And from here, you can expect some buying tomorrow. Again, it is also respecting the lower trend line that is your
So it is
support
a
over here.
confluence of two supports basically.
Absolutely, that
Yeah.
makes it a very strong support over there. And I think this is a stock that people should add to their portfolio, at least not from long term. If they don't want to look at from a long term, then at least from a swing trading point of view, with a target of at least 1,340 or 1,350.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good. I totally agree with you. So we can get something like a hammer if we see some selling tomorrow or some indecision or a doji candle stopping us at these levels. So let's have a look what
Absolutely, I
happens
agree with you.
tomorrow. What are your views
And I
about?
think
Yeah,
RSI is also at a very crucial level over here.
yeah.
If I just plot the line over here, it is again more or less at your support level. Then I think this should be one of the stocks which should be added on your
Okay,
for your swing trading.
okay.
All right.
What do you think about TCS? So we had the buyback news. So whenever, as you already know, whenever there is some buyback news regarding the IT companies, they tend to blast. So we saw the same example in Wipro on
Absolutely.
September 11th, and yesterday TCS has announced plans to do buyback. So what do you think going forward?
Absolutely. So I think, if we talk about today, so the people have reacted very well to the stock for today, looking at the news that had come into the market, that there's, a potential buyback in TCS. Now, one thing was very surprising over here is that in the current market period when the pandemic situation is going on and there's a lot of financial stress to many companies, there comes in TCS becoming the hero. It's clearly indicating that it has a lot of surplus cash to enter into a buyback, and it is basically uh, indicating that it is a very strong company in itself. And I think, don't you think that it should be added to your portfolio for a long term, if not at the current level, but in general?
Yeah, it's one of the top leading IT companies. It surely has to be added. But talking technically, I think, what is your views talking
Yes.
technically going forward?
All right. So technically, going forward, see, like I mentioned earlier, that the markets did react to TCS quite well today. But I don't think looking forward, it is a right time to enter in TCS as of now. I think the move has already come, and we should at least wait for 25, 50 levels before we enter or before we look to enter into this market. If not exactly 25, that is what I'm expecting as a retest. If not exactly 25, then maybe we can wait for an inside candle before we, enter into the stock.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. I think that's well explained. Thank you for that, Himalay. So
All
I'll
right,
just
so let's, finally talk about the hot topic that is going on. That is your Adani Enterprises.
right.
I
Let me
think this
just
has
share
been
my
a hot
screen.
topic.
Yeah. So Adani Enterprise, so whoever has been a mentorship client of ours, we had mentioned in the forum in which we are active in talking about what stocks to trade. So Adani was a very good stock. So if you see, this is exactly what a build up looks like, or you can call it a high and tight flag. We got a good explosive move. Uh, just let me mark the
Absolutely.
yeah. So we got a very good explosive move. We got some kind of build up, a flag kind of formation followed by low volume. So everyone was actually waiting for Adani to break out. And it was quite obvious. So yesterday, on Thursday, we got some kind of indication it's going to break out. And today it was clear. So we made a good amount of profit. So now going forward, obviously, this level is not safe to buy. Because if you are buying at the current level, the stop loss would come minimum to a 300 level, or maybe for a
Absolutely.
safe investor to a 290 level. So you become quite extended and the risk reward are skewed going forward. So what I would suggest is, as you discussed in TCS, maybe wait for some kind of pullback or a retest, because this is possible, considering that Nifty, Bank Nifty are quite extended now. So that is possible. But if you don't get a pullback, at least you need to get some kind of inside candle, for the new buyers to come in, because we have to understand the people who have bought here, they are not so powerful to drive the stock to 360. You need some
In
kind
one
of
go.
fresh buying to come in. So if you get an inside candle and a breakout after that, so in 1-2 days this can become a really good buy. But if an inside candle is not appearing, you can try to go long in reducing the quantity above 333 levels. So the current price is 326. I would say above today's high of 333, you can try to go long, but I would suggest to reduce the quantity because a lot of the move has already happened. That's what I think going forward with Adani Enterprises.
I think I totally agree with you. I think we should wait for at least 300 or 310 levels. I
Yeah,
think that will be a right time to enter Adani Enterprises. Perfect. All
right.
right. So, Devang, let's move on to the next talk. I think Marico is something that you were looking forward to.
Yeah, Marico is one stock which has been holding the level of 380. So I have a weekly chart on my screen. So 2018 September all the way to today, 1st of October, we have this 380 level which has been respected for a long, long time. And we are back again at these levels. So what can we expect going forward with Marico? Obviously, India is a consumption story and consumer stocks always outperform. But right now, we have had a very good power move all the way to 380. So it becomes very difficult for a power move to break out, because we have to understand that 80% of breakouts in the market will fail. So what I am expecting is two things. Either we get some kind of a pullback or a retest. 360, I would say, becomes a very important level. And this will be one level personally where I'll be adding Marico. If I don't get this 380 level, 360 level, sorry, again, I'm expecting some kind of build up at these levels so that the new buyers can come in, the old buyers book their profits. So when this build up happens, you can place your stop loss below the build up, and then when it breaks out, aim for a target all the way to 400. So tomorrow, if the build up doesn't happen and it breaks the 380 level, so if you get a 15-minute closing above 380, you are allowed to go long, I would say, up till 400 target. I think that is something you can try to do in the coming sessions if you get that move, right?
Absolutely. But there is also, but that will be a little risky. Don't you agree on it? Because
Perfect, because
it will be like
80%
a
breakouts do fail.
one shot break, and yes, and that can end up as a fake out, and it might be replicating something maybe like in Nifty when it gave a V pattern over there. Over here, it can give a pattern, right? It just
Right.
goes briefly for outside for a couple of days, and then it can come back inside. So I
Perfect.
think what you said earlier, that the build-up is quite necessary for a fresh buying. I think we'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's finally top it off with Divis Lab. I
So
think you
the
have been taking a trade
yeah,
as well.
the last stock I want to talk about for today's session is Divis. So this is one stock actually I was looking on the short side because we have had a very big gap and it hasn't been filled. So for anything to go higher, the gaps have to be filled first. But the gap, of 3,000 round number isn't being filled. So if you look at the last 3 months data, it's a very, very good support 3,000. And the last 10 sessions, we got a very good consolidation at 3,000, showing us
Ab-
that it is not able to go down further. And today we have had a a kind of a breakout of this consolidation. So one hurdle that you can have going forward would be the 20 moving average, which is around 3148, or you can say 3150 to be precise. So if that is knocked off tomorrow, I would say you can get a very good move all the way, all the way to 3270 levels, also follow towards 3370 levels. So I think that is quite possible. So I'll be on the buy side for Divis, and I'll be looking for some good entries on the buy side for Divis tomorrow.
All right, and one final question, Devang, to you on this talk is that this sector has already been in focus, right? Lately, it has been already in focus, and even if it breaks the support level over here, would you suggest people to short, uh, as we can expect a gap filling? But will you suggest to short stocks of this sector?
So see, I'm actually not, as I said to our students, that the pharma sector has just shown you the top of the iceberg, and the bottom of the iceberg is still left.
Absolutely.
So if you talk about a very short term perspective, we can get a correction 2800. That is possible. A movement from 3,000 to 2800, it is possible. So if you want to look at from a short term perspective, you can try to maybe buy some puts and get that profit. But I would say it's a very good long term structure. It's a bullish stock, one of the top companies which has been upgraded for the FY22 as well. So I would say try to find opportunities, try to buy in dips, because it is not going to give you a lot of opportunities, and the dips will be heavily bought into. So that's my,
Perfect. I think that is
yeah.
very much clear to us all.
Yeah.
All right, so I think I love the segment. I love the first episode, and
Right.
let's come back tomorrow. Come back with a bang, and let's talk. Let's finish it off for tomorrow's
Right.
segment.
So thank you all for having a look at us and what we wanted to discuss. So every day at 9 p.m., mark it in your calendars. We will be coming on YouTube and telling you what you can expect from the market and other matters that are going around in the economy. Also, if you have some questions, you can send us a message on Instagram or write it down in the comment section, and we'll get back to all those questions. So I think that's it
Absolutely.
for now, and we'll
Yeah,
see you
and
tomorrow.
humble request before we, conclude it over here. Please do like this video. It really supports us a lot.
Yeah.
Thank you all for joining, and let's see you all tomorrow.
All right. Thank you.
Bye bye.